It says live.
Okay, everybody, now we're live. Take it away.
Okay, Mike's having a mini emergency. Sorry. So he's going to take care of that. And so I will start things up, and hopefully he'll be back in a few minutes. So let's make sure that, okay, Mike's having a mini sorry. So he's going to take care of that. And so
sorry about that. My bad.
Okay, so we're gonna have a little bump along the way, but we'll have a fantastic show after that. Okay, so here's what's happening. Mike is having some issues. I am not where Mike is. I am states away, but we're not talking about that. Hi, Cynthia. And so I'm traveling right now. Mike's dealing with his situation. And so I want to say hello to everyone. Today is Monday. So when it's Monday, we talk some Forrest Fenn stuff. And we got a couple things to talk about. Mike always, hey, Cynthia. Sorry I couldn't meet up. I'm not in town right now. And hi, JK. Hi, Kevin. Hi, everybody. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff to cover today, which nothing is, I don't think, groundbreaking. We're kind of at the standstill of the chase. But hi, Susie Fenhaven. How are you? How are you in YouTube land? It's my favorite thing on Friday nights. Mike will be back in a second. So as people come in, I want to talk a couple things about Forrest Fenn Chase. If you guys knew about that amusement park ride, that is closed down. We do have some updates there. And then we will talk a couple things. We've had some questions about WSOF and the wedding weekend and what's happening there. And then we do have an update on another treasure hunt, I think a pretty big one in my mind. I have not told Mike about it yet, so I told him he'll hit the breaking news button and he will get that update. So I'll start with the Forrest Fenn related discussion because I have no idea how long he's going to be gone. And I don't know how long when he comes back on, he's going to be on. This will be interesting to see. May I ride this ride? Okay. And hello, Lucky Digger. And hello, everyone. Hello, Holy. Okay. So the first thing that I want to update everybody on is I'm going to refresh the link that is on Thor and the one on all the Facebook pages. Mike, Holy Mike, I don't know if he wants everybody to know this, but I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell everybody. He has been having some issues with nosebleeds. And I don't know why, if it's just really dry out or what. And they've been bad. And we kind of joked around about, oh, I hit him and all of that as a joke. But it's kind of getting bad. So he's been dealing with one for the last like 20 minutes. And he came on and then all of a sudden there was blood everywhere. So we didn't think that would be a good form for him, a good look. So he went to go change. Hi, Richard. And see if he could get whatever to stop. I don't know why it's happening, but it's happening more and more and more and more. And actually, I think at least all the kids at one time have had one. I have not. I don't know what's going on. So, okay. So yes, Gary, if you go see Cynthia, you could see me and then we could have a whole little discussion. That could be really fun. Here comes Mike. Oh, you went with the black shirt. That makes it easier. Okay.
Sorry about that, everybody. Little issue in the beginning. Hopefully it's gone.
Yeah, I told him. Sorry.
Yeah, I've been getting nosebleeds. I don't know why.
Okay, so you can turn your camera off when you do all of that situation. Now you're making my nose itch. Okay, so quit slugging him. I'm not even whammy. I'm not even in the state, so that cannot be the case. I know. Who's going to be at World Series of Fenn? Why don't we start there? Tony Rusi asks. We've had a couple fall out, a couple fall in, and everything in between. People asking questions. We are going to send a survey out to anybody who has RSVP'd sometime probably next week. Just asking, quite honestly, what are you going to be a part of? what do you drink? Because we're going to have some things in the room. The WSOF portion is going to be kind of BYOB, but what do you have any food allergies? Do you have any things like that? Because I think we can be honest, Mike, we got the penthouse. It's big.
Yeah, we got the penthouse at Bally's. It's going to be an awesome party. And, come on up, have some fun. So we'll have details on that. But seriously, if you're coming, let me know what you prefer to drink. Not promising we're going to have it, but we're going to try and provide some things.
Yeah. And any of you that we just started talking about WSOF, some of you have donated in the past. If you would like to donate to the poker portion and have some prizes there, this is that time of year. We have about 3 weeks and things are even going to be tighter because there's another event going on that weekend that I think we're going to be kind of busy. So we want to streamline it as much as possible. So if you have any ideas, you want to email me, kpro3@aol.com.
J.R. Burton says Jack and Coke. We will definitely have that. And shout out to Mr. John Wayne Bobbitt, who was over the weekend and brought us a bottle of Jack Daniels with some Golden Knights shot glasses. So John was telling us his solution, the rainbow route. I actually posted the book in the Facebook group you should be in. That the link is down below. And it was good to see John again. He's doing all right.
John's hilarious. John and Cupcake. And Cupcake's a little feisty little thing.
I can show some pictures. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I have to see if I got them somewhere. But anyway.
I'm not even reading. Cynthia must have had some margaritas. I think Cynthia just finished a big project at her house. So congrats to you. Okay.
Big project at her house. Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay.
Well, it was like a kitchen remodel, wasn't it? I don't know if you wanted me to say that. I'm sorry, Cynthia. If not. Okay.
Awesome.
So, okay, so let's talk about, there's, Cynthia, do you know who's coming? Jamie. Bathtub Jamie.
That's right. Bathtub Jamie. Yeah, all right. If you guys have seen the pictures, you know what we're talking about.
If you haven't, you have missed out. Yeah, we're gonna have fun. Where the heck is K-Pro? I don't know. In a hotel somewhere? Out of state? I don't know.
It's a mystery. That has anything to do with these guys. Yeah, probably not. It doesn't. What? Sorry.
Okay, let's move along. Two can keep a secret if you don't tell Mike anything. You guys wonder why I'm leaving breaking news for later. I don't even tell him. The decor of the room looks New Mexican. Come on, guys. Let's move on to important things. I ain't spilling. Okay. Okay, so important things. So Mike, would you please go to Thor and put in the description or in the both description box and or Huli or whoever can do it, the link of if you've received an email from Jack and he's responded, or if he hasn't, you can put that too. Or if he responded, I can't answer that. We are trying to get together, and we meaning there's a searcher that reached out that said I can do it via Google form really easily, and we're going to have a cutoff date of January 9th. Jack,
what that is called on Thor?
Yeah, it's called Jack's emails.
Okay, here's an interesting one. FOIA request in progress, Cloud Peak Bighorns. What does that mean? I don't know. Okay.
So there is a lot of activity on Thor, and it happens all the time, and you should go up there. K-Pro is in Santa Fe bringing us breaking news. No, there's no breaking news at this time.
Chase related, everybody. I was making a joke. It is not Chase related.
Okay, you need a background. It looks like a peach. Okay. So here we go. You guys are funny. Okay, so first, let's talk about the link. So if you have emailed or gotten an email response email response, there is a Google form that we don't, from what I understand of it, I took it. You don't have to put your handle, it's optional, or your name. You cut and paste what you ask, cut and paste what the response is. And then there is a button that says, or a open field of what do you think of this, or any of your other comments, maybe backstory.
Link is this in the chat. Everybody can go check it out.
Okay, so there's the link. So go to it. If you had multiple emails, put everything up there. On the 9th or thereabouts, it's going to be shut down. And then this person is going to cut and paste or send it to me and cut and paste. I don't know. Somehow we're going to get it up on Thor, and it can be kind of a resource for searchers that want their emails to be shared, because I think it's interesting. I've had a lot sent to me that makes it really interesting what Jack is answering, what he's not answering, how he's answering, all of that. So with all of that, that's the first thing. So Jack's link, the link to Jack's emails and getting those together are in, hopefully Michael put in the description as well, but it's right there under Cowlazars as well.
Go check out hintofriches.com, everybody. Make sure you thumbs this video up for the link that I found successfully, and super chats on. And everybody has that question, they just have to get answered, or show support. But K Pro's not going to answer where she is, so don't do that.
That's the only thing I won't answer. Is where I
found the Bobbit pic. I'll show it at the end.
Which Bobbit? What?
He was over.
Oh.
Bad joke when he was over here.
Okay. Yeah, I've fallen for that one. Look at this picture. Okay. Let's see. WSOF and wedding. So most people, I'm trying to do a video this week, but I'm going to be out of town for a little bit. Most people are getting into town on Thursday night. And then on Friday is the wedding. WSOF kicks off Friday evening with a party. And then Saturday is the poker tournament. We did it a little sooner. We did it at 2 because we didn't want the poker game to go on until 3 or 4. It should only go on maybe till 10, 11. And then another party up in the penthouse. We have the penthouse. Yeah, I've never been able to say that in my life. Penthouse. We have the penthouse.
It's going to be pretty sweet. Sorry.
Mike, really? Mike.
Yeah. Anybody got any Bitcoin out there? Hey, that's a different show. Okay. Yeah, Hint of Riches. Here's the link. If anybody wants to check it out. Or please, do we have any update on how many people have filled this form out, K-Pro, or no?
I have no updates.
Okay. When's the expiration on this form?
The 9th.
The 9th. You guys have till Saturday. That link I just put in the chat. You have till Saturday. Only fill it out with real, truthful responses from Jack, please. And yeah, it'll work if everybody fills it out, because we'll compile it all and we'll give everybody the info. So,
well, and someone asked me that. How do we know they're legit? We don't. And here's the thing that I did with someone else, and I think it was a true confusion point. Someone posted on Thor their email that said Jack is going to be selling the solve along with the treasure chest. I took that and I emailed it to Jack. And Jack was like, because there was a part of it, redacted. And because there was a part of it redacted, he was like, I was answering it differently. I'm not selling the solve. So the cool part is, if anybody wants to do shenanigans, I'm going to email Jack. Jack has been very nice to me, and he's still answering emails like he does for many. So if you say like, oh, this is exactly where I found it in, Yellowstone Park, right next to blah, blah, blah. Oh, we're going to ask. So don't do too much shenanigans, guys. We want to try to keep it as straightforward. Just put the facts up there. The facts, ma'am, the facts. Does that sound good to you, Michael?
The facts. Joe Friday, Dragnet. Okay.
Never heard of it. Dragnet.
Alan Case, I'll trade my searcher coin for 0.00001 of Bitcoin. Maybe I should do a show on Bitcoin. Like, I'm by no means an expert to try and explain what it is. That would be interesting. Anyway.
Bitcoin is a little bit of a controversy in our household, is all I will say.
Hey, it's an investment like anything else. You take a risk, but recently.
Yes, but I am much like Warren Buffett. If I don't understand it, I can't invest in it. Mike did. I did not a couple of years ago. Let's just say we're doing well. Right. A little bit, whether it's a little bit or a lot, you still have turned a little bit into a lot. I didn't, and I don't feel bad about it, because in my opinion, I still don't understand it. So that's what they said to Warren Buffett through all the tech boom.
Show on Bitcoin. That could be it's like a treasure hunt, but different. You're still trying to get a treasure. But anyway. What's up, King Catcher, Jim King? And shout out to Raymond, who just emailed me about a bloody nose. Thanks for that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, so what? before we move on you know what? I just want to say, okay, hit the breaking news button.
Uh-oh, here we go. Remember, the Cowlazars channel always has the breaking news related to the
This is non-Forrest Fenn related, but there's a package in the mail coming that is going to set us up for our next grand adventure. It is a donation that has been made by the wonderful John Miller.
Oh, John Miller. Hey, shout out to John Miller.
Yeah, so we've been going back and forth today. I have
no idea.
Right, because you never check your email. I'm really good on email. I'm terrible on the phone.
I got caught up on my emails. I haven't got an email from John in a while.
I know, because John likes me more. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. All right. Well, no, that's awesome. So I'll go and open it for sure. The when it comes. So it's in the mail. We'll get it next week sometime. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what I'm hearing. And so I'm going to get to the mailbox before you. I should be back by then.
I've got an idea for a grand adventure. Of course, K-Pro knows nothing about it. We'll see. I have to see what it is and see if that's an appropriate.
I know everything because half of everything's mine in 3 weeks, guys.
That's true. She gets half the command center, everybody. Okay, well, thank you to John Miller, and thank you to everybody who's donated things. Here's the thing. We have a World Series of Fenn coming up, a poker tournament, Saturday. January 30th, 2 p.m., Bailey's Poker Room, $60 buy-in. The casino handles the money part. The casino handles the payouts. But if anybody out there has a cool thing they would like to donate as a prize for the World Series of Fenn, what we did last time, I think we had 9 or 10 different items. We put them all on a table. Whoever came in first place, which was Tony Henman, could pick. He picked Copper Dan's art piece. Second place picks the next item and so forth. How people place in the tournament is how they got the items. If anybody out there wants to donate something, I have to have it in the mail by January 27th. That's 3 weeks from now. January 27th. That's 3 weeks from now. So if there's anybody who wants to send anything, we will be happy to give it to put it in the poker tournament for all the searchers that are here. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's jump back to, so let's talk about this crazy hunt called the Forrest Fenn hunt. Where are we at with it? Mike, what groundbreaking news do we have?
I don't know. I don't know where we're at. All I will say is when Jack Stoof, congratulations to him. He found it. He owns it. But he's playing games. When he says, I just randomly hit numbers for my email, and somehow when you convert those numbers to letters, not even a shift, when you convert them to letters and anagrams to Jack hid cash, that's not a coincidence. That's not random. That is on purpose. So Jack maybe he's doing his own little grand adventure of some kind. We don't know. We have to sit on our hands and wait, but we don't have to be quiet because you can come on a program like this and talk about it. So
there were 2 or 3 people that have asked questions where he was like, oh, that's random, or, oh, this is random. I don't remember how many pictures I took or if I took any other ones. I can't remember when I was.
Forrest couldn't remember. Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah. So I think the I can't remember means I don't want to answer that. And that's informational in itself. So right now we have existing lawsuits. Right now we may have additional lawsuits. There's talk of it. Nothing's been filed. One of the people who had filed and it went dormant or got dismissed, or I'm not exactly sure, was up on Thor saying, I'm starting it back up. I got through some health issues or something. I will say I made a determination because that person wanted to kind of tell their story on Thor. I do not want to be an informal communication channel for those suing Forrest or his family, because Forrest is gone. So it had to be his family, Jack, government, whoever. So Thor won't be the unofficial source, but it will be a place where you can get the official information. So that is up there. And
anybody ever heard the term synchronicities? A synchronicity, a totally random event, but you put them together and there's something going on there. I just throw that out there. Maybe there's some synchronicities happening with Mr. Jack Stoof.
Yeah. So some have asked, do I think once the lawsuit settle, is Jack going to start talking? No, I don't. I don't think that. I think he has said all he's going to say. I think he has given us some. Could we do what he did with Forrest and find the slip-ups and see if we can figure it out? Maybe. I think there are a lot of people interested in doing that.
Low-key Very well. They say how many coincidences have to happen in the chase before they stop being coincidences. I've seen way too many to believe it's chance. And that's what I mean by synchronicity. Exactly. Very better way to put it.
Yeah.
Heart of all the wise. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, I think he put it like this to somebody. Why is the Jack 81972 whatever? And he's like, oh, I just hit buttons. Jack, do you think any of us think you just hit some numbers at the end of your name and magically it means nothing? Shame on you if you think that, Jack, if that's your real name.
And even if that happened, nobody's going to believe you if you say that. You know what I mean? Come up and say, I was just making a joke or something. I don't know. Just to say, oh, it's random. It's crazy. Jolie says he'll probably be court ordered to disclose the location. Well, wouldn't that be something? And if that happens, we will definitely go live with that info because I think people deserve to know where the spot was, but that's just my opinion.
Do you think people deserve to the point of a lawsuit mandating it?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and I are on the same page then. If something comes out in relation to any part of the chase, we'll report on it, but that doesn't mean we agree with the actions. Like if Jack was...
I don't think there should be any lawsuits, in my opinion. It's
or anything illegal, just like
what he wanted.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Livid Vivid says FF put the coin in coincidence. I like that. FF put the coin in coincidence. Thank you very much, Livid Vivid. I like it.
And I do have to say, some people have started researching Jack's family.
Yeah.
And Jack's family information is now coming out and what they do for a living and all that. I don't see how that's related at all, but I think he knew that was going to happen. That's why I put out that original statement of I am ready to defend myself. So I just want to say, I think Jack has been generous in some ways with information. I think it's a slippery slope. So now everybody's wanting more. We do have, here's an interesting one. So Jack, here's something that was emailed to me, and I'll try to find the link to, this is actually on a YouTube video. So Jack referenced the full unedited version of the New Mexico tourism video, right, Mike?
That's right. Yes.
Yeah. And the producer of that video, do you know where he worked as an editor or
where?
Outside Magazine? Where did Outside Magazine, what's Outside Magazine? That is where Dan Barbarosi released the information about Jack and getting the scoop on Jack in his book. And Dan supposedly lives within 10 miles of Jack's house. Are these all coincidence? How many coincidences need to happen?
That is a little strange.
And now that's all,
there are no coincidences.
I have not looked into that myself. Somebody sent me a link that said, Jack, coincidences, my God. And those links, that is pretty amazing if it's a coincidence that Jack got his hands on the unedited version of New Mexico tourism that then was linked with one of the people major working on that to Outside Magazine that's worked at Dan, that Dan Barbarosi got the scoop from Jack before anybody else did and lives within a few miles of him.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to it. A couple things from the chat. Nathan C says, put my friend Ian Learforlorn on air with you, please. Ian emailed me. And here's the dilemma. There's a lot of people, I'd say 10, who have emailed me and or K-Pro or both and said, I know what's really going on and I have the proof. Some of them say it wasn't even in Wyoming. Some of them say Jack's an imposter. But they know what's going on. What are we supposed to do with that? All they want is time on our show to present their case. Do we let them do that? Do we not? So far to this point, we have not let anybody do that because not everybody can be right. So out of those 10 people, 9 people are dead wrong. Do we let those people on? And it's a very, very high probability that 10th person is wrong as well. So there's some people very obsessed. I'm not talking about Ian. I'm just talking about in general. There's some people that will never let go of their solve no matter what. The treasure chest could be in front of them and they still think it's where they think it is. So what do we do? I want to ask this. What do you guys think we should do? What does the viewing
Well-
audience of our show, and I'm not saying we're going to do it, I'm just asking opinions. Go ahead, Gabriel.
Well, here's two things I want to say. Here's what I do now. Okay, the first thing I will say is we trusted. Look, GPS source person.
We went with the solve that we believed was correct. That's right.
Based on someone's word and a little
Right.
bit of evidence.
Right.
So here's what I've asked. And let's remember back to when the treasure chest was first found. There were 40 some odd people, including tubers that are now back just saying, ignore me that I said I had the treasure chest for all those months. They're back on like nothing happened. And part of me is okay with that. But part of me says, do we want this to be kind of the crazy show of anybody and their thoughts?
And that's the thing.
So what I have done is said, give me something, and it cannot be pages and pages of a solve. Give me something that is going to tell me what, like that you have something that would not just be, you know, the chat room will roast you. I will laugh. Okay, hold on. Cynthia says, Outside Magazine headquarters in Santa Fe. I was there with Forrest and talked to the guy who owned it. So Cynthia's now involved. Dun, dun, dun.
Cynthia, C, the chase, letter C. Is it a coincidence? Cowlazars, C, K-Pro with a K. I don't know what it means. I'm just putting it out there. Livid Vivid says, I was the one who told you about the second treasure. I put up a blog, but I don't want to overstep my bounds on your channel. Well, Livid Vivid, I would invite you to go to a forum called hintofriches.com, and they can post links to blogs on there. Can they not, K-Pro?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So create your own thread on what it is you think is going on and put a link to your blog. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, I know everybody has their opinion. Me and K-Pros aren't right. K-Pros aren't,
Okay.
K-Pro and our opinions aren't higher than anybody else's. And that's the dilemma I'm having is who do we let come on and who do we not? Because we're not.
Here's a good answer. Rusty says, yes, that is yes, I think mean let him on. That is the only way we're going to find out about hand grenades in the chest. Do you remember
that? We're not going to go there. There's certain things we're not going to do. Hand grenade in the chest, we're not going to go there. Thing was a hoax. To go there because me and Chris, you don't believe it was a hoax. So why would we let people, come on and say that? Lou B says, anybody solve ever take you to Frank Island in Yellowstone Lake? Frank Island in Yellowstone Lake. I've never heard of Frank Island. I've never gotten an email about Frank Island that I know about, Lou. Yeah, so I don't know. Don't know on that one. Outside Magazine is the key word. Okay. Don't forget everyone's linked by only 6 degrees of separation. That's from Rudy Green.
No, I do like you asking everybody what they think, but here's the thing for me. I want some sort of confirmation. And here's the hardest part. I probably get 4 or 5 a week, maybe 3 or 4 now. It depends on the week, between 3 and 5. And usually what I get is long, I mean, talking pages and pages on their solve. I understand everybody has a passionate solve. I said, give it to me in one paragraph. Just what's the punchline? What's the title? If we say breaking news, what's the title? Right. Because the hard part that I'm having is some people really, really genuinely believe they have that breaking story. We're just not communicating well enough. And the next thing I get is, well, just call me. I'll walk it through with you. Here's my number. I don't call people anymore. You go through the house of Mike to get there. And Mike is not, I learned my lesson the very, very hard way. So I'm not going there.
You know what? The GPS solve was something new. The GPS solve was something that made sense to me and something I had not heard of before. There was talk about numbers in the poem, too far to walk, 242. But to put it in a concise way where it's like this in order leads you to Yellowstone. That's what was different. That's why we went with it. Right or not, blame me if you don't like it. That's why we went with that.
No, we're blaming the source.
Or the source, either way.
I'm finding a happy place about that. But I dare you to come. You said you want to come to World Series of Fenn. All I ask, this is all I ask, is there is a camera. And when you walk up to Cynthia and you say, oh, I can work it out with her, I want to be able to video it. That's all I ask.
Anything in World Series of Fenn or up in the penthouse party, I'm going to make everybody sign something. I can put it on YouTube if I so choose. Okay. I'm going to try and record a bunch of stuff. For all of you who can't make it, it is COVID. We understand that. It's still COVID time, unfortunately. Anybody who can't make it, we're going to try and put as much as we can online so you can see how the party went.
There might be some that go online and then later.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Livid, Live It Vivid says, I found amazing info. It also deals with David Blaine's secret. I found, K-Pro, you would at least have fun with the info. My name is the blog. Okay, cool. Live It
Vivid.com, I'm assuming.
Here's the other thing. Several people have asked me, do you remember Karen called in, what was that, a week ago?
Yeah, Canadian Karen.
Yeah, they're like, what did Karen say? I don't think Karen's emailed me. Karen, you are getting a following. You sounded sane. You sounded passionate. You sounded smart. Karen, if you're out there, Karen, you need to email. And if you did, I'm sorry, I might have missed it. But Karen.
So here, I'll show this. This is the liveitvivid.com vlog. This is the person in the chat. I've never looked at this webpage. I don't know what it's about, but liveitvivid.com. You guys go there, check it out, make your own choice if you so choose.
Boom. I like it.
It is.
Okay, I have more to say.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, super chat. Woohoo! 3D Bronze is in the house and he just gave me a hamburger.
What? Oh, now I see it. Sorry. I'm behind in the chat. Thank you, 3D Bronze. 3D Bronze has got a little treasure out there still. 3dbronze.com/tell-me-where. Everybody's got to tell them where, and nobody has yet. I lost it. Somebody was saying Forrest wanted his resting place known unless people were going to destroy it. And that's Jack's fear. But you don't know that people are going to destroy it. That's the part I don't like. We're all adults. How about we, I don't know, come up with a different.
I'm going to put in a bold opinion. And Jack, if you could just cover your ears right now, because you and I are good and we might not be good after this statement. Forrest said early on he was going to put the solution out. He said that. Towards the end, and you guys already know for my reason, or the reasons I think, he said he's going to leave it up to the finder. Now, after he passed, I have had 500 hours and thousands of emails with that man, and he never said to me, I'm worried that somebody's going to trample it. That has come out now is okay, except it flies in the face of everything that I know at this point. So I'm not saying anybody's a liar. I'm just saying I don't think that's the primary reason. And it's a little bit insulting that a trail gets trampled. How is it like it's off trail? He said it was off trail. And quite honestly, this could be, well, I won't go on and on. I will just say, Jack, it's kind of like I just hit a bunch of numbers behind my email. That one doesn't pass the sniff test. Whew.
It could be Jack's fear. I don't think it was Forrest's fear that people would really destroy it or miss. Tony Russi says, was that Fred's Island in Yellowstone? What Lou B put was Frank's Island. So I don't know if Fred's Island's a joke or is he really asking a question? Not sure.
Okay. Milan says Karen was wrong. Holy says, Karen, we need you. See, Karen? See what happens, Karen? Karen, come on. We want to hear more from you. Cynthia says she is not going to be so. Okay, here's what she told me. She told me she would be really nice to the source if she was sober at WSF. And I think it's going to be pretty clear. That's not usually an event that everyone
will not be at the World Series of Fenn. I talked to the person and they said, no, they can't make it.
See, do you guys see? Mike keeps secrets from his fiance. Do you see that? I didn't know this information. Didn't know it.
GPS takes you to Frank Island. What GPS, Lou B? Not the numbers in the poem. I wonder if he means something else.
Oh gosh, I don't even want to look, Candy. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to answer that. I'm seeing some things in the chat that I'm not going to answer because we're going to be all positive. I even had my own weak moment and not very happy about things and sad. You know what? There is a silver lining in every single thing, even if it's a terrible situation that you make good. And you know what? Mike's teaching me that. And you know what's Mike's teaching me more? You don't worry until you have to worry. Just, there's
no sense worrying about something that may or may not happen. Just deal with today and have fun and relax. And when something happens, we'll deal with it.
Do you see why I'm marrying this man? He's the opposite of me. It's like, I don't know, tomatoes and mushrooms. I don't know the opposite, but there you go. Czar says, if Jack isn't real, I'd be shocked. I believe 100%. I believe that Jack is the finder. I believe some of the things that are coming out and the reasons for it might not be the primary reasons. I'm going to give you the number one example of that. Jack was first asked about, was there something in the chest that directed you to go call Forrest? And Jack's answer to Matt, what Smell the Sunshine, was, you know how this could be a hot potato. I just didn't want to get in trouble. Well, later, he was asked point blank, was there something in the chest that directed you? And he's like, I won't answer that. He technically was accurate with what he said to Matt, but he led him. Forrest always said, if I answer something in a way that takes somebody down a different path, it's not on me to correct them. I think Jack has learned from that play. So that's my opinion. And I could be wrong because I usually am.
So they're talking about apparently if you use certain numbers in the poem, not others. Luby says, not to bring it up, but for the GPS, if you don't use the 8 in water, why would you use the 4 in F? Effort?
I have a great answer for that. You go first.
Because it sounds like 4, in my opinion. Effort sounds like 4. Too far to walk far does not sound like 4, in my opinion. But that's why. It's the numbers that sound like them. Well, go ahead, K-Pro. What's your opinion?
Because Forrest said so.
Oh, because he said don't use the app. Because Masuki ate the mushrooms, had a seizure, and didn't know the rules. So that's why. Yeah, that would be one reason why not to use them. Oh, sorry to hear that, Craig. He says his brother-in-law just passed away unexpected. Sorry to hear that, Craig. Yeah, hope you're doing all right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Donald Stevens got an interesting point. Can we do some online poker before the World Series of Fenn for fun? For those that can't make it because of COVID, maybe we could do one big tournament and we invite everybody onto Poker Stars to do it. And we actually have a prize of some kind for who wins. That's an interesting idea. I like it, Donald Stevens. Let me think about that. And let me talk to the guys who are still doing the poker. I haven't been on it in a little while, but yeah, maybe the Saturday before the World Series of Fenn, we could do an online World Series of Fenn. That could be fun. Maybe. What?
Mike, you said today when we don't have any of the men's attire, we finally got rings today.
Oh, that's going to be figured out by the Saturday.
Wait. And oh, by the way, you have a huge project at work and you're not going to be able to take off. K-Pro, you just can handle the entire wedding and WSOF plans, right? Oh, by the way, can we just add on to that? Are you out of your mind?
All a lie.
K-Pro's a little stressed out, everybody, because we have a lot going on. The end of the month is going to be huge, and we have a lot happening. So we'll see. We'll see if I can fit it in, Donald Stevens. We'll see.
I'm not stressed. I'm realistically looking at the situation where you only have so many hours in a day. And here's the thing. I said this to somebody today. They emailed me and they said, how are you dealing with everything? Hopefully it's all positive.
Right.
Here's my expectation. Me, Mike, kids, Mama Cowlazar. That is all, and a wedding day that actually happens with a signature on the line. That's all I need. I want all of my friends to be there. I want to have a fun party. I want to have a great dress. I want to have the right shoes. I want to have the right makeup. I want all that.
Right. She wants it to be perfect. It's her day. We're gonna go.
But that's a want. The only thing I need is me and Mike, kids, and Mama Cowlazar. That's all I need. And so I'm okay. But I do have to say, if you say, oh, I can take on another poker tournament.
But I can pass that over to Nemo or to Davia. Davia's like, we're playing right now, poker. So I could turn it over to one of them guys to set it up. It doesn't have to be us, but what we would do is just announce it to let everybody know through the channel.
Hey, Davia, I heard a little rumor that that particular little chat room is getting rather lively lately due to drama. I heard that. Did a little birdie tell me that? Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Mike wants more drums.
Cynthia, what's that?
You want more drama in your life. Okay.
Yeah, right. Cynthia says, please inform the folks that some of us who are in Vegas will hang out with searchers in the casino who are not playing in the World Series of Fenn. I don't think Cynthia played last year, and it sounds like Cynthia's not going to actually play the tournament this year, but she's saying there's a group of people that will hang out if you can make it here to Vegas for the weekend. It's not all about the poker tournament. It's about the penthouse. It's about getting married. It's going to be about a lot of stuff.
Penthouse, and it has a huge tub. Cynthia has a huge tub.
And it's really cool. It's like a whirlpool tub, not even like your standard jacuzzi tub. It's better. So yeah, it's pretty fun. Not that you guys are going to see the tub. Let's make no mistake about it. Only if K-Pro invites you.
Well, Cynthia and Candy are exceptions to every rule. And Jonesy. Oh wait, that's a bunch of girls. We have kids there. We'll see how it all goes, but it's going to be fun. No matter what happens, it's going to be fun, my friends. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, so there are, okay, so somebody asked, but I don't play poker. Can I still go? Yes, because there'll be at least 10 people at the rail talking and chit-chatting. Some people will, I guarantee, even Cynthia and I, this was back before her or I don't live here yet, but if Cynthia didn't even live here, we actually broke away for like a half an hour just to talk. People will break away with their ridiculous solves that they're still holding on to. Some people will go, psst, psst, I got to tell you something. Jason North Face search partner walked over and goes, I have to tell you something, took me over and he wrote on my arm and I'm looking going, he's giving me secret code on pen on my arm. The craziest things happen. You never know what happens. Was the
I
kid
see what you're saying, Lou B. Lou's still back with the GPS. Some of us can't give it up. Lou B saying all the words you take a number out of, like gone and alone and listen and done, have the actual numbers spelled out. Gone has got O-N-E, listen has got T-E-N, water doesn't, and effort doesn't. Effort has F-O-R, not F-O-U-R. I think it's a combination of both. It's the numbers that sound, it's the words that sound like numbers and the numbers where it's actually spelled out. But that's just my opinion, you know. But I understand what you're saying. It seems to break the pattern, doesn't it? Effort, it sounds like effort to me, but it does break the pattern. So maybe that's why
10 years.
maybe that's why it's a coincidence. Maybe that's why it's a synchronicity. We'll never know.
Well, and I think that's why if we go by sources information, which, okay, I'm going to have a little, I'm going to tell you some thoughts I have that I've never said before. But
Wait a minute. Never said before, everybody.
okay, so Mike helps me grow and understand things. Mike has been very clear. The source may have told some people, may or may not, hey, I just lied to him. He's never said that to Mike, and he still converses with Mike. He may need to push off some people in a way that they don't know half of the stuff we know, and they may be close or not close to them. It's suspect at this point. I am not completely... The GPS solve is not scorched earth to me. I like the solve. I don't like the circumstance because it's surrounded with drama and people and lying and deceit and all of that. But I think there might be a reason that this person may have lied to others. Ooh, not necessarily to Mike.
Well, what he said to me was live audio.
Don't be a player hater.
On the GPS numbers, don't be a player hater. Yeah, I don't know. The only person who can tell us if it's correct or not is Jack, and he's not going to, at least at this point. I'm still holding out hope that once.
Oh, Jack told me. Jack told me. Don't know the source. No. Yeah.
Unless he, okay, put it this way. Unless he comes out with the actual solve, everything else is still in play because he won't say. If he's not going to give anybody the actual solve, I don't think he's going to discount other solves. Because what if somebody sends him the real solve? What's he going to say then? Oh, I'm not going to answer that one, but I'll say no to everything else. He's got to lie. I mean, he's got to just say no to everything.
Well, let me ask you a question then.
If he's going to answer questions, in my opinion. Yeah.
Why do we, okay, then do you think Forrest plays under those same rules?
Meaning what? What do you mean?
Meaning, why do we believe Jack and or Forrest, Wyoming?
Oh, you mean why do, because they say it's a state. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. When Forrest says we agreed to, this was in Wyoming, maybe it's just to throw everybody off. That's a possibility. You're right. Because when you get into lying about this little tiny lie, then it's a lot of other things. So that's true.
Okay, double omega. GPS solve is ridiculous. The real solve speaks for itself. Exactly. Okay. Which could be the GPS solve. I don't know what the real one is. Czar said, I'd go with confidence if I had coordinates as I did at DeLacy. That's the reason I like it. I just wish it wasn't married in all of that globally gunk of drama and deceit. Okay.
With the harsh statement, Forrest defended Jack often about wanting to stay anonymous. Since Forrest's passing, Jack's been chatty Cathy. Forrest went to his grave being denied to tell the true story. Interesting, Marie.
Right, but let's be very fair. Forrest was the one defending that. Jack was fed to the wolves and his info was coming out.
It was
Would
forced.
you want one person to know, or just to say, if I'm going to go down or if I'm going to be outed, I'm doing it my way, and here's my information, and I set stuff up, and I have precautions, and I have a lawyer, and you guys better worry if you're going to come after me. Like, he went out with his boots on. Like, he's coming out saying, hey, if I'm going to come out, I'm coming out. I applaud that.
Plus, he was forced. His plan was to stay anonymous. Hence the
Yes.
anonymous article on Medium. He did not want to come out, but he was forced to because of a lawsuit, which is unfortunate. I don't think he should have been forced to, but that's my opinion.
Right. So now that he did, I don't think, here's my opinion, I don't think he can help himself. I think he's saying, hey, I'm going to make lemonade out of lemons. I was outed. I'll converse with the people I want to. I won't converse with the people I don't. I'm going to cover my back. I'm not going to say a lot. I'm not going to this. I'm not going to, and I'm going to converse with the people I want. So I think he's making the best out of a bad situation, in my opinion, because I think 99.9% of us, this is a bad situation. I mean, it's not great that when someone against their freedom or against what they believe has to do something. I think it's unfortunate.
Here's some breaking news. I don't know if anybody's talked about yet. Maybe we mentioned it on the last show, but we did just get an email, K-Pro. You see it just now? And basically there are those who are going to try and do a femboree this year, which is pretty cool. I don't know if they're going to make it happen. We don't know what's going on with COVID. We don't know if they can get Hyde Park, but there's some people that are interested in trying to make a femboree happen, which I think is a cool idea. And, people can decide if they want to go or not, but that would be pretty cool if they make it happen.
Wait, okay, let me look, because Jamie already said that last time. So I won't be able to reserve.
5 minutes ago. Yeah, I wasn't going to read the email, but it just reminded me that it's in the works, that some people are trying to create.
Right. So 8/22 is when she's trying to do it. And she's now saying we should have some more information in about a month, whether it's possible or not. So the cool part about Jamie is she not only talks about stuff, she does stuff.
I didn't realize that was from her. Yeah, I got you. I didn't realize that was from her. Now it makes sense. JJ. Okay, cool. Yeah, and if you're watching, Jamie, we hope, announce it. Come on and announce it, or give us the info. We definitely hope it happens. I hope we could go, although I don't know if that could happen, if we could actually show up or not. I never did make a femboree over all the years. I never did go to one.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
And neither did I.
But because the community goes on, so it's good to give the community an outlet to get together and discuss. So,
well, and especially I think those that went to the finale and those on Operation Nook, they kind of got their closure. But the people that are New Mexico searchers, or really, Santa Fe, the femborees were the bigger events, no matter where you came from. I think that could be more maybe therapeutic for some. And there's always, some people are saying, but there's more controversy and drama than ever before. No, there's not. 2 years ago, there was this. 4 years ago, there was this. There's always going to be some negative or some drama. There's not any more. I don't feel that there's any more than there has been before. They're different names. They're different messages, but there's people that don't get along. There's people that get along a lot, and there's new friendships to be formed. And the cool part is 99.99% of it never makes it to an event. Actually, people that I've had issues with before the event, we all come, and there hasn't been issues. Now, after, everybody talks different, but anyway, I think events are the greatest thing.
I know we're bouncing around here, but I'm going to read this from Milan, just because it's kind of goes back to what we were talking about. Jack was hired to distract searchers away from the real solve in New Mexico. Fenn was coerced to go along with a cover story to hide something bigger, and the lead searcher wisely decided to let it go and just fade away. That's a cool story, but why would you actually believe that's what happened? Like, I just don't understand why, he could just be putting it out there to put it out there, but
the lead okay, wait. Jack was hired to distract searchers. My first part of that is, why would Forrest hire Jack? Jack doesn't have the most pristine history. I'm not going to judge you, but if I was to hire somebody, it might not be Jack.
And I'm a total conspiracy theory kind of person. I love that kind of stuff. So,
oh my gosh, you should
possibility for me to.
Bigfoot, aliens.
UFOs, Bob Lazar. I love all that kind of stuff. But to say Jack was hired and Forrest was coerced to go along with the cover up, I would just have to see something that
But wait, Fenn was coerced to go along with a cover story. Why would be my question. To hide something bigger. Ooh, this sounds interesting. Tell me more. Lead searcher wisely decided to let it go.
Why would the searcher let it go? Yeah. If they knew where to go.
If they more than they just thought it. So there's lots of pieces. There's lots to unpack there if we had more information.
Yeah, right. It's interesting thought. I just don't know what it, why people think that or whatever. $5 super chat for Mr. Richard McKeever. K-Pro, no spicy talk in the poker room, just a lot of sauerkraut. All right. We hope we see you there at the World Series of Fenn, Richard. I'm not sure if you said no or not.
Spicy talk? I don't know what you mean. Coerced, someone asked. Coerced, what does that mean? The one thing that I knew about the chase is Forrest was pretty much never coerced to do much of anything. He picked his battles at times. He even asked me to at times. So, but I don't know if coerced. Lead searcher, I don't know.
Craig Carter says the chest is currently hidden on the Blind Frog Ranch. I have no idea what that means. Greg Toller says, yo, I'm glad y'all are live. Hey, we're glad too. Thanks for coming, Greg. Thanks for tuning in on this Monday night after the first Monday night of the new year, after the New Year's Day.
Yes. Okay. So this is the interesting part. We are how many months after treasure chest been found? Jack comes out. He has a lawyer. There's lawyers everywhere. There's lawsuits everywhere. He's talking to people, and we still have so much discussion happening because we still have so many different thoughts about what happened at the end. I'll say, if you are a pure searcher, as in what are the 9 clues, when is that, etc., then you might be disappointed. Mike's always says this is the worst ending to a treasure hunt. Not if you're into conspiracy theories, not if you're into any of that. So it's interesting to watch. I think it would have been cleaner, and many of us would have just been happier with that first day. Could you imagine if Forrest said the treasure chest has been found, whatever he said that one night? Mm-hmm. Then by the next morning, he has the solution. He has the guy, Jack, going, yeah. And the final location, and there's a party there that he has hired, clowns and mariachi bands and everybody, and it's there, and he's there, and everybody's dancing with joy. Can you imagine?
That would be fun. That would be really fun. I hope Jack would go to Fembury, start talking to people, but I don't think that's going to happen. So,
no. And for those of you that have asked, he's not coming to the wedding. How do you like that?
Or is he? Yeah, he's not.
No,
okay. Ooh, cool new series on the ranch near the Skinwalker Ranch in Utah. Underground caverns and searching for gold. I like it, Craig. And Skinwalker Ranch that History Channel did last year was really good. I liked it. So hopefully that's coming back. Curse of Oak Island. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Curse of Oak Island. Can I give you a 30-second recap to every single episode? Oh my God. The one guy says to the other guy, oh my God, we have something. And then they pull out either a piece of wood or a screw or whatever. It's something big. And then it's, expert comes in. Wonk, wonk, wonk. Done. Every episode. I've saved you hours of your life, people.
Whoa, what'd I just do? You talk about synchronicities and conspiracy theory type things. Check out the documentary called Hellier. Hellier is the name of a city in Kentucky. It's really cool. It's for your UFO, Bigfoot, conspiracy theory kind of people. Hellier. It's on YouTube, both seasons. It's also on Amazon Prime, both seasons. It's really cool. So check it out if you so choose. Okay. But yeah, what I wish for, if we could have a wish, is that when all the lawsuits are gone and the treasure chest is sold and a couple years down the road, Jack will come out with a solution, whether it's a book or a movie or however he decides to present it. I hope he would come out with the whole thing. It could be 10 years from now, 20 years from now, but I do hope he would come out with it someday. but we'll see.
Ethan says I sound like a hater of Oak Island, I'm assuming. And thank you for saving me all those hours. Okay, there's certain shows I have to tell you. Gold Rush, huge fan. Parker Schnabel, huge fan. A couple of the others, huge fans. Tony D, all of them. I could never get into Oak Island because the couple of episodes, it was kind of like what you guys accuse us of sometimes. It was like big breaking news and there was nothing every single time I watched that show.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing for me. So I'm not a big fan, but that doesn't mean it's not a great show. What's the other one? Oh, Bering Sea Gold. I know a little bit behind the scenes there, so I'm not a fan, but I kind of like that. I liked that episode until I knew a little bit behind the scenes. So anyway.
Oh, really? And LB, there's 166 words in the poem. The poem proper, anyway. All 6 stanzas, 166 words. Okay.
Okay, somebody asked this somewhere, sent me an email, and it's an interesting one. Marie says, y'all, since we live in a conspiracy world of conspiracy, has it occurred to you that we are just Jack's subjects in a study group on human psychology, possibly his major in med school, cognitive bias video? Okay, Mike, shut off because I know you don't like to hear about studies. If he were to do a significant study for med school, he would have to go through an IRB process, Institutional Review Board, and he would have to put deception within that project. I believe some have researched, hypothetically, if this project, it has a recognized Institutional Review Board and school that would recognize and support this. If not, it's illegal. And the reason it's illegal is back in like the 60s or 70s, they put syphilis in black men and it was a whole thing. And you can't be studied without, you can be studied without your knowledge, but there is a very, very lengthy process and a way to go about it. I know more than I want to know on this because I've gone through IRB on many, many occasions due to the studies that I do. I do not believe it is possible due to not only the timing, but the relationship that Jack has to his universities, and more so, we would have to be notified in some way, shape, or form when this is happening, and that has not happened with now the official information that's gone out. So unless he can go against every federal law and every recognized law of how you research, I'm going to blow that one out of the water. My opinion.
Some people are saying the name of Forrest Fenn's poem is Where the Treasure Lies. Where are they getting that from? That's not actually in the Thrill of the Chase, is it? No. Where the Treasure Lies. So I'm not sure why people are saying that was the title or was supposed to be the title of the poem. Where's that coming from? Is that a scrapbook or something? Maybe put it in the chat if you know. The title to the poem is Where the Treasure Lies from early articles when it was first published. Oh, okay. Double Omega says. Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that.
So Holly asked a question, does that apply to Canadian studies? If you're, if the people that you are researching cross international boundaries, which happens a lot, you have to comply with their country and their country's laws. There's mostly US. So I would say a disproportional amount is in the US. The US governing laws under IRB would prevail. I think this is an interesting study in human behavior in general, just what you see from the public. But if this is actually capturing data with deception, where Jack is lying to get to see how people react, that's very different than someone just looking at the North Dakota guy. He did a study. There was no deception. He was just counting the number of people on forums, trying to come up with what in general. That's a study. A study is really good to determine lots of things, Mike. Lots of things.
What you're talking about is over my head, but Milan says, Caper, are you sure IRB is always required? I thought IRB is only required if it's state, federal funded.
No, if it is university related, whether there's additional funding or not, if it is related to a university, absolutely not. Then they just wouldn't pay the guy that's going to go and put syphilis in people and do terrible, horrible things. There's a really good reason why IRB exists. I sat on an IRB board, so.
There you go. K-Pro will know. I still don't know what IRB stands for.
I'm not going to say that I know everything about it. I've just had my own things go through, my own studies go through, and I have sat on different boards and asked for individual information, all of that being, yeah.
Nice, Alan. The one guy who spoke about early about the chase, Dr. Benet Devotion. So I remember that guy, Huli. I remember that YouTube channel. He made one video on the chase, and that's it, right? I remember him. I'm pretty sure it's the same video. It was an interesting channel that he made, or video that he made, I should say. Okay. The spice is the worm. The worm is the spice. What movie, K-Pro? The spice is the worm. The worm is the spice.
I got nothing.
It's an upcoming movie, a remake, Dune. Dune, I'm hoping, is going to be awesome.
Wait, D-O-O-N?
No, D-U-N-E is like a sand dune.
Oh, Dune. See, I don't know about the first one. There's a remake. That sounds awesome.
We're making a new one. I don't know. It's been delayed because of COVID and everything, but so it's supposed to come out sometime this year. Has anybody seen the new, just switching gears? Has anybody seen the new Tom Hanks, The New World? I think it's called. It's in theaters. I think it's on Apple TV or something. It's a Western. I don't think Tom Hanks has been in a Western before. So anybody seen it? Just let me know. I was thinking of going to theater to check it out. Go ahead, Kate.
Okay. So here's what I actually think is going to happen. I don't know Jack's situation. I don't think he has kids. I don't think he's married, but I don't know that because I don't look into that. But think that Jack is not 80. He's not going to die tomorrow. I don't think. Not naturally anyway. I mean, it might be a car accident or something, but just hear me out here. He's a younger millennial. He's going to have 60, 70 years, 30, 40 years. Can he keep a secret that long? Can he keep his family at bay of not saying things? Does he have a best friend? Does he have a brother? Does he have a sister? Does he have an aunt? Does he have a hard night where he has one too many and maybe says something?
There it is.
There it is.
Nobody likes Dune. I like Dune. I never read the book, so I've only seen the one movie, so I'm looking forward to the new one.
Good God.
Kathy's in the house. Yes, they're remaking Dune. That's right, Kathy. That's what I said. There's a lot of major people in it that have been in different movies, so we'll see. It'll be a big epic thing. Maybe it'll be a flop. Maybe it won't. We'll see. Of course, I watched The Mandalorian low-key. It was pretty awesome. I'm not going to spoil it in case those of you if you're a Star Wars fan, you need to watch all 3 seasons of The Mandalorian. That's all I can take. 3 seasons or 2. However many seasons we're up to. Yeah, watch it. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's what I've heard, Mr. Clue. And that's what I agree with, even though I haven't read the books. Yeah, I believe the movie is just epic. How they had the families, the different houses, I should say. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Okay, so other questions before, I am in a later time zone than you, Michael, so I need to go to bed earlier.
It's gone by already. It goes quick, doesn't it?
It's crazy.
Fripp25 says, as long as Jack keeps talking, more will be revealed and it will all come out. All right, Marie, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, yeah, and World Series of Fenn, for the searchers who do show up in that penthouse that night after some drinks are flowing, I wonder what emails from Jack are going to come out. I wonder what little whispers there's going to be. Anybody remember Game of Thrones, the Whisper of Varys, the Whisper of Varys? Man, it's been a while since I've watched it. All the little whispers, all the little birds that would whisper to him. But anyway, okay. Or was it spiders? Man, it's been a while. I got to rewatch Game of Thrones. I tried to get K-Pro into it. She wasn't. All right, everybody, ride the worm.
Wait, you said on the first episode, it's not that bloody. It's not that. I'm not into
they cut the guy's head off in the very beginning.
Cut the guy's head off, and then there was
the wall, the Night's Watch.
After him, and then they killed him. And then I'm like, Mike, what's going on? Like you said,
it's nothing. It's medieval times. It's what they did back then. What do you mean? But anyway, 24 days, Gianna says. Woot, woot. That's right. 24 days. Holy cow. Is that it? Oh, my God. It's coming up quick. All right. I want to remind everybody this Thursday, 7 p.m., same time on this channel. I'm going to set the link up tonight. We're so excited. Copper Dan is coming on to announce his brand new treasure hunt. Bronze into gold. No, copper into gold. That would be 3D bronze. No, Copper Dan is going to come on to announce his new treasure hunt, Copper into gold. So check it out. Dan is going to be on the program. His treasure hunt actually starts on Thursday. You can buy it. He's going to go over all the details. What's the prize? How do we play? And what's really cool is I know he has a commemorative coin that we can order. And you know that me and K-Pro are all about the coins. because I want the gold. So Dan, come on, present your treasure hunt. But me and K-Pro are going to be actively looking for it. So that is this Thursday. I will set up the link tonight, and we hope to see y'all there. I know his website goes live Thursday as well. So he has a YouTube channel called Copper Dan. You guys go there and you will see the trailer he put out for his treasure hunt. I tried to post on the forum, but was blocked. Thanks for the shout out. Get ready for some crazy info. All right. Yeah, I don't know if the Hint of Riches lets you post links or not. It could be blocked for some reason.
No, you can post links. There's only a couple reasons you get blocked.
There's a couple reasons you get blocked, everybody. There you go. Don't do that.
You know what? Life is vivid. Just email me if there's been a confusion. I can tell you in the last 7 days, I have had to ban more people than I have almost the entire time in the Chase history. It's just been a weird time. And quite honestly, I did not go through every single post. I would get to it when things had already maybe gone past the point, and I just kind of did a sweep. So if I did something wrong, just shoot me an email. We can chat, go back and forth, and nothing, in my opinion, and we've done this 4 or 5 times, I have not permanently banned almost anyone. It's usually a 2 or 3 day timeout. Let's all just kind of calm down. It's usually not anything that is permanent. There are some that are permanent. You guys know who you are. Physical threat, legal threat, personal, if you're posting people's pictures, if you're posting people's families, those sorts of things, that's what gets you permanently done. But everybody, we have done unbanned everyone from YouTube, unbanned everyone from Thor. So just let me know. I don't know. So.
Okay, let me do one thing. If I could type. Yeah, for some reason, liveitvivid.com is not there anymore. It was there when I showed it, but it is currently down. I don't know, maybe too many people crashed it. So Live It Vivid, check it out. It's not coming up anymore. Okay. There it is, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the super chats. Down in the description right there, down below is a link. If you do want to come to Vegas for the World Series of Fenn, you will get a discount code that was set up special just for us. Hint of Riches forum link is down there. Our Facebook group link is down there, and our PayPal account. If anybody wants to buy us a coffee, there's the PayPal account. Thank you for tuning in Thursday. Copper Dan, copper into gold. I'm hoping that's going to be a really fun treasure hunt. Is that it, K-Pro?
Yes, I think the room is funny. I have, you know what? Sometimes I get a little too spooled up. But in general, gosh, it's fun to be a part of this community. Hopefully things, gosh, wouldn't it be great if Jack just says, I changed my mind. Here's the solve.
Yeah,
boom!
that would be interesting. We'll see. All we can do is wait and see. And that's why we still have a Forrest Fenn Treasure Found. There's still info, and we will go live and give it to you guys when it happens. So here we go. And as promised, here's the pictures of Mr. Bobbitt.
Oh, goodness.
At the kitchen table by the pepper and the salt, you can begin your adventure where the warm water's hot. No harsh sun, no rain that pours. Do your Forrest Fenn search indoors. It's safer and it goes much faster. It's more fun than playing canasta. If you're wise and you find the blaze, you can play several times in just one day. Chase Opoly, the thrill of the chase. Take your journey without ever leaving your place. It's fun for the young, it's fun for the old. Get your title to the gold when your real search for the treasure needs a break. Play Chaseopoly, the thrill of the chase. Chaseopoly, the thrill of the chase.
All right. We should be out.